It's feature time at Tomah-Sparta Speedway, featuring the American Supercups and, of course, the Big 8 late models for the Firecracker 58. And now to our race announcers for the call of the race. Here's Rick Porter and Paul Recker.
All right, coming on to turn 4. Charlie's looking over. He likes what he sees, and we are going green flag. Feature racing. Sampo Saloon, Hornets. Big Jim Hendricks out to the early lead here with the call at the line right there. I think Jim Gardner might have just edged him out by inches on that one, as they all got bunched up in turn 1 and 2. Quite a battle going on up front here. Tristan Finnegan trying to dive down to the inside on the old track. Can't do that. And big Jim Hendricks jumps out to the lead right now. Yeah, a battle for second between Schwartz. Looks like Schwartz wants to come up and challenge Big Jim for the lead. Looking over, he's got Gardner looking him over. And here comes Paul Fitch working his way up through the field. He's all the way up to 4th place already. Adam Hayden in 5th. And here comes Jamie Pearson. He's always a fierce competitor out there as well. He's always working his way up through the field. So, big battle going on for second, third. There's a lot of position changes going on right now, as Paul Finch gets right into the mix up here to the top 4. Adrian Gardner jumped out to the lead over Big Jim Hendricks, taking Paul Finch along with him. Paul Finch run alongside the 29 car Big Jim Hendricks, takes second place. He's not going to be satisfied with that. He's looking at that number 14 car. He wants to take over first place. Here comes Andy Hayden right alongside Paul Finch. Going into 3, this could get interesting real fast here. Paul Finch up to second place, and he's looking over Gardner real close. He wants that first place finish. Lap traffic could come into play here. Usually we get by pretty cleanly, but sometimes lap traffic can be used as a pawn, and looks like they get away cleanly for the top 3 this time. And here comes Jamie Pearson coming up in 4th place. 5th place is Big Jim Hendricks. And back up front, we still have Paul Finch looking to the inside of Gardner. Not going to quite get it done yet, but he's still looking, he's looking. Here comes Adam Hayden on the outside of Paul Finch. Trying to take away that second place position for him. Looks like Adam Hayden has taken over second place for Paul Finch. He's looking over the leader. Paul's trying to hang on there for a second. I don't think Hayden's happy with second place. He wants to be the leader of this thing. Good racing all through the field here on this thing with the Command Post Saloon Hornets here at Tomah-Sparta Speedway. Here comes Hayden up front to challenge Gardner for the lead. He's challenging running outside. Going into 1 and 2, Hayden is still trying to hang on the outside. And down the back stretch. Adam Hayden takes the lead away from Gardner. Let's see what happens in 3 and 4. That could be a game changer. Hayden has sealed the deal. Hayden has in, around, and gone, as one of my friends would say. He is taking over the lead. Now we have a lot of lap traffic to deal with. This could change the complexion of things big time out here. Gardner still holding on to that second place, holding off Paul Finch. Lap traffic doing a really good job staying out of Peter's way. Good job, guys. Very good job. 2 laps left to go in this one. These guys are really off the front. 2 laps left to go in this one. Adam Hayden leading it. Andrew Gardner in second. 3rd place is the number 3 of Paul Finch. And 4th place, Jamie Pearson has worked his way up from the back to 4th place. looks like that's where this one's going to wrap up here. Safely in the lead. Mark is going to try to take one more shot at him. Just not enough time to do it. Here goes checkered flags over the 286 of Adam Hayden from Sparta, Wisconsin. Sponsored by Culver's. Second place, Andrew Gardner. Third place, Paul Finch. Jamie Pearson in fourth. Fifth place goes to Slamming Sammy Linehan. We're looking. Charlie likes it. We're going green. Feature racing here at Tomah-Sparta Speedway for the 6-shooters. And that 73 car, Mike Grotz, is already on the move. 3 wide going to turn 3. They settled it down. It looks like they got all their differences settled. Here comes Mike trying to work his way up through traffic. Meanwhile, up front, we have Torrey Lockington leading this with A.J. Finnegan in third. Actually, he was in second. Now he's in third. And Vernon Hagen in second. Tim Murphy Sr. in the 0 car is taking over second place for Taylor McMullen. Meanwhile, Torrey Lockington is showing him the way around, and Mike Grotz has worked his way all the way back up to 4th place from the trunk. Very, very impressive run for that 73 car. Meanwhile, Tim Murphy got stuck on the outside here. Here comes, they're going to go 3 wide into 1 and 2. 3 wide, oh, yes, they made it. They made it work somehow. Turn 1 and 2 is always tricky to get through there 3 wide. There goes Taylor McMullen taking over the lead from Torrey Lockington with Mike Grotz going in close pursuit. Mike Grotz takes over second place, and he is pursuing that 11 car of Taylor McMullen. Meanwhile, the 0 car of Tim Murphy gets around Torrey Lockington, and here comes Mike trying to everything he can inside, outside that 11 car, trying to get around him. Braden Berdehagen trying to work on Torrey Lockington a little bit, trying to get around him to take over that 4th place. Meanwhile, up front, the 73 cars on the outside of the 11 car couldn't quite get her done yet. We still got a lot of racing left to go. 10 laps to go in this feature race still. Ooh, 11 car got a little bit loose coming out of 1 and 2. All right, 73 car, Mike Grotz trying the inside move. We had a jam on the brakes there a little bit to try to keep from running into him. It looks like he's going to try to take him down the backstretch. 73, Mike Grotz, still not a done deal. Still working on it. And it looks like Mike Grotz took the lead from Taylor McMullen in the 11 car. 73 car is now on the lead. Tim Murphy's in 3rd place. Tim Murphy Sr. that is. Torrey Lockington still holding on to 4th with Bernhagen in 5th. Swervin Morgan trying to get around Bernhagen. I don't know if he can swerve his way around him or not, but we'll try this. Meantime, up front, the 11 car is trying to gain some ground back on the 73 car, but I think Mike is going to run away with this one. Oh, here we go. Turn 2. Bernhagen get a little bit out of control. He got him in the marbles there a little bit. Managed to save it. Saved us from getting a yellow flag, but it did take him all the way to the back of the pack, unfortunately. Back in the field, Zach Morgan is trying everything he can to try to get around that 130 car of Torrey Lockington, just not getting it done tonight. As the 55 car of Alex Luth gets around A.J. Finnegan for way back in there. Meanwhile, up front, the battle continues with 4 laps left to go in this feature race. 73 of Mike Grotz leading it, with Taylor McMullen running a very close second. He's trying everything he can to catch that 73 car and get around him. And with just over 2 laps left to go, we're going to have some lap traffic coming into play with these guys. Looks like they're going to stay out of the way, and they got away cleanly now. 2 laps left to go. 2 left to go. Actually, a lap and a half left to go. 73 firmly in the lead. But Taylor McMullen really wants to take that lead away from him. He's trying everything he can. Inside, outside, looking up, looking down. Mike's just not having any of it. Final lap of this one. 1 lap to go. White flag is out. And the checkered flag is going to fly over the 73 car of Mike Grotz. Taylor McMullen in second. Tim Murphy in third. Torrey Lockington's going to take home a 3rd place finish in this feature. Zach Morgan in fifth. He's liking what he sees. He's looking him over, looking close. Green flag. American Super Cup racing here at Tomah-Sparta Speedway once again. And we're going to go 3 wide through turn 1 already, right off the jump. Lots of passing going on already. And it looks to me like Brandon Wynn once again out in front with some authority once again. Can anybody catch this guy in that number 41 car? I wonder. He's pretty quick out there. He knows how to get around this track. He's been here a couple times before. He knows his way around this racetrack pretty good. Michael Rose in second, Rob Baskey in third. Mick Ellis is back and forth. After winning the heat race, he's all the way back and forth. But we still have a lot of racing to go still. 13 laps left to go in this feature race. Yeah, it looks like the 41 car Brandon Wynn is just completely checked out of this field. We're just going to let the rest of the guys figure it out among themselves, and we'll just take a nice little Friday evening drive down the racetrack. Brandon Wynn in that 41 car is a good quarter of a track ahead of the rest of the field in this one. Michael Rose is running a pretty good second place, but I don't know if he's got enough to catch up with Wynn or not. Eight laps left to go in this Supercups feature race here at Tomah-Sparta Speedway. 8 laps left to go. Brandon Wynn, of course, your leader. Michael Rose in second. Rob Baskey in third. Mick Ellis still holding on to 4th place. Giovanni Soleil in 6th place. Or 5th place, I'm sorry, 5th place. So 6 laps left to go. Who thinks Brandon Wynn can put the entire field down in a lap? Anybody think we can see that 41 car put the rest of the field down by a complete lap? 5 left to go if he's going to do it. Don't forget, up next we have the big 58-lap feature race with the late models, the Big 8 late models. right, final lap of this one going down. Brandon Wind, of course, is going to win this one. We have who's going to take second place. It's a race for second place on this one. As the white flag continues to fly over the rest of the field. And the checkered flag flies over the 41 car of Brandon Wind. Second place, Michael Rose. Third place, Bob Basky. Fourth place, Mick Ellis did hold on to fourth. Giovanni Sali in fifth. Shane Davis, sixth. Seventh, Max Levax. Riley Basky in eighth place. Ninth place, Nathan Ferry. And Kevin Langenecker in 10th. That's the way the top 10 shape up here in the American Super Cup Series. Does he like what he sees? Lights are off. Green flag racing here. Firecracker 58 is underway at Tomah-Sparta Speedway with the Big 8 late models. Oh, we got trouble on the front. Trouble on the front stretch. Looks like Hannah Rayleigh broke something. She's got some sparks underneath the car, so we're going to probably call this one back because we did not get a full lap of racing in yet. We'll see what happened up there with Hannah Rayleigh's car. Unfortunately, she's headed back to the pit stall. He's looking, he's checking. Does he like what he sees? He likes what he sees. We got green flag racing here. Firecracker 58. Big 8 late models, Tomah-Sparta Speedway. Doing a good job of holding on to that lead position at the beginning, but he's got a lot of fast contenders behind him. A lot of these guys are going to be saving their time for a little bit later on in the race. Because we all know that the Tomah-Sparta Speedway does like to eat up tires, and brakes could become an issue later on in this race as we go along. Devin Schmidt takes away the lead from Brady Little, so and he's taking that with some authority. He is checking out. Meanwhile, back in the field, as everybody gets sorted out, we've got a nice fight going on for third, fourth, and fifth back in there. Coming out of turn 4. Got a slow car getting in the way of everybody, it looked like. I think everybody came out of that one cleanly. And it looks like Devin Schmidt has just checked out on the rest of the field. But we do have a couple strong cars. Greg Barger is trying to catch up to him. They might just have the car to do that. Again, like I said, on this track or this race, brakes could become an issue a little bit later on in the race, especially on the longer runs. And the 14-car Brown has just taken away second place from Borger. Meanwhile, Devin Schmidt leads this thing by a country mile. Trouble in 2. Trouble in 1 and 2. We got to spin out number 3. It looks like Borchard spun out on number 1 and 2. And he's facing the wrong way. You don't want to be facing that direction in this crowd. So bringing out the first yellow flag of this race. He's looking him over. He's got his hand up. He's looking. There's the flag up. There it is, green flag. Oh, no. We have mayhem on turn 4. Somebody wasn't ready. He's looking. Green flag, back to racing here, late model, Big 8 racing, Tomah-Sparta Speedway. Once again jumping out to a commanding lead, but he's got a lot of fast cars behind him once again. Grant Brown wants to piece of action. Henry Starkey wants to piece of action. Jerry Mueller has a piece of action too. Jacob Riley is in the third place position now. Followed by Cody King and Jerry Mueller in fifth. Stopped at turn 2, so we're going to throw a yellow flag and make sure that he gets off the track safely. Checking and looking, and we are green. Back to racing once again. A little bit of congestion up front. Devil Street continues to lead this. Fourth place, number 13, of Jacob Kiley, is trying to find his way around those guys to get up front.
Oh, and we have a spin coming out turn 2. The 3-car Tyler Romadka brings out the caution here. 16 laps into the race.
Is he liking what he's seeing? He's looking, he's watching them. There's the green flag. Let's go back to racing. Oh, here we go. Trouble in 1 and 2. Trouble in 1 and 2 once again. Got another car going round and round.
Oh, and then we have Greg Borchardt up against the wall, running into the wall, coming out of turn 2 here. And all that chaos trying to avoid Cody King's spun car in turns 1 and 2. Looks like some hard damage for Greg Borchardt there. And it looks like his might be over with here before it can reach the finish line. So back under the caution again here.
Yeah, I like what he sees. He likes what he sees. He's throwing a green flag back to racing here at Tomah. Oh, I tell you what, Devin Schmidt just got the whole shot on that one. He's moving in the wrong direction there. He's moving backwards in the field. I would have thought he had been picking up a little bit of speed there, but Carlos just a little bit off the pace. Yeah, Kiley's all the way back to 5th place now.
And it looks like the outside wasn't working for Jacob Galley as John Reynolds Jr. got around him for 4th. So John Reynolds Jr. marching forward, looking for that win.
He definitely did lose a lot of positions there. He's going to try to come back. He's a little bit of fight back on the inside now.
And it looks like Randy Sargent got around Trevor Robinson to move up into the number 6 spot. Trying to close in on that top 5. I got a little sideways there just a wee bit, but he holds on to it. Devin Schmidt still about 8-9 car length lead over Grant Brown and Cody King. And driver X John Reynolds Jr. and Jacob Galley trying to close in on those 2 as they round up the top 5. Looks like Grant Brown maybe close in a little bit, eating away at the deficit he's got to make up on Devin Schmidt. Cody King still running in 3rd, right behind him. Although we have a little advantage on John Reynolds Jr. and Jacob Giley. As we close in on the halfway mark here in the Firecracker 58. Devin Schmidt's been leading since lap 3. He's been comfortably in the lead, holding off both of the 14 machines.
Trouble in 1 and 2 once again. Got a spin up.
We have a spin in turn 2. Trevor Robinson goes around for a loop to bring out the caution here. Just a lap shy of the halfway mark of the Firecracker 58. Schmidt. And we're getting ready to go back to racing here. And of all yours, Rick.
Just looking over. He likes what he sees. We're back to green flag racing once again. Like Grant Brown has comfortably taken over 2nd place. He's got his eyes fixed on Schmidt. As they all kind of fall into line and follow each other around. Kind of makes me wonder. I wonder if Schmidt's brakes might be starting to go away just a little bit on him as we move on through the race. Catching up to him.
Yeah, it looks like Randy Sargent got around Jacob Giley to break into the top 5 here. As we have 26 laps to go in the Firecracker 58. Pressure, a lot of pressure from Grant Brown on Devin Schmidt. The Battle of Minnesota going on here for the lead in the Firecracker 58. Brown looking underneath Schmidt as they go down the back straight here.
This could get interesting. The 3rd place car, he's right there with him. Cody King.
And it's going to be Schmidt just barely at the line. 34 laps in. Brown sticking to his line on the inside. Schmidt up. Going to lose the lead to Grant Brown as he takes over with 23 laps to go. Now he's going to have to deal with the 14 of Cody King for 2nd. Driver X right behind Cody King, looking to move into the top 3 here.
Cody King taking over 2nd place too.
And Cody King's cleared Devin Schmidt to take over 2nd. Now driver X looking for a way around Devin Schmidt. Randy Sargent and Jacob Galley right behind him. 5th, 6th, and 7th in the battle for 5th and 6th there. Driver X trying everything he can. As Cody King keeps pressuring Grant Brown here with 20 laps to go.
You got to wonder if that 20 car might have used up his tires already. he's definitely going the wrong direction.
Cody Kane only a couple car lengths behind Grant Brown here in the fight for the lead. Devin Schmidt doing his best to hold off Driver X for third place. Randy Sargent trying to close up on those two in fifth, and Jacob Galley running in sixth as they pull away from the rest of the field here. And 16 laps to go. And the 14 cars leading the way as they get 14 laps to go. Closing up on the slower traffic there, Paul Daigan in the 32. Going to be interesting to see how those 14 cars handle the lap traffic there. They pull away from Devin Schmidt and the rest of the field here as they get in their own private battle here. 13 laps to go in the Firecracker 58. Cody Kane right on the tail of Grant Brown here with 11 laps to go. But get interesting here in the battle of the 14s. Cody Kane looking in the inside of Grant Brown.
Oh, yeah, you might
trying to work under him, and it looks like, maybe Cody Kane will take over the lead with 10 to go.
Yeah, Brown's trying to fight back on the inside on that one now.
Oh, and yellow is out as, looks like we might have an issue with Jacob Guiley. He was a little coming out of turn number 4, looking for the green. There it is. We're green and racing again. 11 laps to go here. Driver X got to get to the inside. Looks see it. Cody King got the better of him for second. Jerry Mueller trying to get under just Drew Burnhagen does so. Moves into 6th with 10 laps to go. Grant Brown, Cody Kane, John Reynolds Jr., Randy Sargent looking underneath Devin Schmidt to take over their 4th spot. Now here comes Jerry Mueller to break into the top 5, looking for a round Devin Schmidt, and he'll do so as they get on the back straight here. Cody Kane applying the pressure again to Grant Brown, can't get an opening to find a way around the lead. 8 laps to go in the Firecracker 58. 2 car lengths separating Grant Brown and Cody King. John Reynolds Jr. trying to keep pace with those two, but losing ground to them. Cody King hanging tough, trying to stay with Grant Brown, trying to make a late race run on him as they get 6 to go. Down to the 5 lap to go signal. Cody King gets back around. Grant, but now Brown looking to get underneath King for the lead. Oh, this is going to be exciting here as we get on the closing laps of this Firecracker 58. King holding his line on the outside. Now, Brown going to try again on the inside, trying to get around King for the top spot. Oh, these two, contact between the leaders, oh no! contact between the leaders with 4 to go. Picks up the pace through turns 3 and 4. Oh, a little contact there as we go back to Green. Green is back out. A little bump in the banging there, but John Reynolds Jr. holds the lead. A couple car lengths ahead. Oh, contact between Mueller and Bernhagen there for third. Mueller moves into third.
Nice save. That was a really good save.
3 to go here. Coming to 2 to go here. It's Reynolds and Sargent. Or Sargent's trying to make things interesting, staying right close to Driver X. And coming to the white flag from Dave Sankey. 1 to go here in the Firecracker 58. John Reynolds Jr. maintained about a car length lead. Sargent pulling away from Randy Sargent. Trying to find a last chance effort here. Oh, a little bump there, but it's not going to happen. John Reynolds Jr. wins the Firecracker 58. Second goes to Randy Sargent. Jerry Mueller third. Devin Schmidt fourth. And rounding out the top 5, it looks like it will be Drew Bernhagen holding off Jacob Guiley for the number 5 spot. All right, Rick, let's head down to the winner's circle, TACU Credit Union Victory Lane, with the winner of the Firecracker 58, Driver X John Reynolds Jr.
Nice job. Let's see if the microphone works here. Like I said, I got to find a live spot and just have you guys come talk to me. So, did you have a good time out there?
Yeah, it was tough, but it was fun. It's a fun racetrack. I'm thankful that that you guys had us here.
It was nice to have you guys. Really appreciate it. You guys put on a great show for us every year. This is the second year for you guys, and hopefully you plan to come back next year.
Yeah, hopefully. I got to thank my crew that made this trip with us. It's a hot day, and we got a lot of hard work today. Things didn't go our way earlier, but I was inside that guy and had a little situation there, so we had to go back. But we worked the cone, as best as we could, even with the top side that's tough.
Yeah, sometimes that cone can really change the complexion of a race. So you have any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I definitely jam my racing engines as far as, hot weather like this as it runs. Colin Metals, Rock Valley Antiques, Stanley Steamer, Left-Hander, my dad, Neighbors Bar and Grill.
All right. Well, congratulations on your first place finish.
And Rick, has John made the little trip over there to the Victory Bell and run that yet?
Make sure you get over there and ring that Victory Bell.